Hello, investors. This is Ted Zhang, portfolio manager at Revere Asset Management. Today is Friday, August 15th, 5:02 p.m. coming to you from Vienna, Virginia, with tonight's Revere Roundup Daily Market Insights video. State of the market, we're still in uptrend. Looking at the GROTECTION gauge, we have the four coveted green arrows, market leaders, short-term trend, medium-term trend, and long-term trend, all with the green grow arrow. That means we are focused on growing assets right now. What happened today? S&P and Nasdaq all-time high weekly close despite hot PPI yesterday, and the fact that we shook off that really unexpected inflationary print, market still closed at a weekly all-time high with pretty low volatility. 21 over 21 list down 0.25%, 9 stocks up, 2 neutral, 0 neutral, 12 down. Turbo 12 down 2.24%. 4 up, 2 neutral, 6 down. Big 8 down 0.13%. RG8 down 0.33%. S&P down 0.29%. RSP down 0.25%. Qs down 0.44%. QQEW down 0.27%. Dow Jones up 0.08%. Midcaps up 0.58%. Sorry, midcaps down 0.58%. Russell down 0.55%. Global 60/40 equities bonds down 0.09%. GROTECTION down 0.31%, and Turbo down 0.93%. Jumping right into it, as always, with S chart of the S&P 500. You can see we made a new high yesterday over previous high of the day, but reversed and closed at the lows. However, we still did close at a weekly all-time high. So still decent action, still well above the 8 EMA and this 6,400 level right here. Give me 1 second. RSP still in this huge base, massive, massive base. Still hasn't broken out yet with almost a near double inside day. So we'll see how the action resolves after this hot inflationary print, but this still looks pretty good. Qs, going back to the 8 EMA, distribution day today, but it's also options expiration. So that can distort the volume a little bit. So not too concerned with the volume. The price is perfect. So it's really just normal price action. Stair step back down to the 8 EMA. QQEW broke the 21 EMA back to the 50. Still normal action, nothing too concerned about. Really just see how this flag unfolds in the coming days and weeks. We do have Powell Jackson Hole next Friday. Dow Jones actually briefly made a new all-time high, but reversed back into the base. So technically this is a failed breakout right now, but Dow Jones still really strong, despite the lagging relative strength line. Some of this was boosted definitely by Buffett buying United Healthcare, which is a big component of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Midcaps, failed breakout out of this 3225 area, but still normal action, still above the 821 EMA, so nothing too much to be worried about there either. Russell, interest rate sensitive name after the after the stable CPI print, we saw these names blast out of the base, but hot PPI definitely put a damper on things. But however, we're still holding above the breakout level. So, and the close of that first breakout day. So all is well so far until further changes happen. Um, yeah, markets still pricing in that rate cut in September, although traders are betting on future rate cuts being pushed down into the future, which, like I said, is putting a little bit of a damper on things. Volatility still stays low, right at the 15 handle, so nothing too concerned about that yet. Sometimes low volatility can be used as a contrarian sentiment, just like high volatility spikes can be used as contrarian to the upside as well. Dollar continues its downtrend. There's nothing much to say here. Gold still just in this almost 2 quarter base now, 6 month base, oscillating back and forth, starting to get really tight. So we'll see which way this base resolves to, the upside or the downside. SLV, building this flag right here, series of higher lows and lower highs. 35 remains a key level right now. And then on to Bitcoin. We made a new all-time high last time I did the video. It looked really great. But the next day we saw a bearish engulfing candle on PPI. And so far we're trading at the lows of that day at the 20-day moving average. So I mean, we got to call it for what it is. It's a failed breakout right now. Definitely going to need more time sideways. What we don't want to see is one of those from failed moves comes fast moves where we fail breakout and then we just leak off and just break 112K. And if that happens, there's a high probability that this could be a total failed breakout and likely there could be a longer term top forming. But right now, this reversal is fine, just back into the base. Perhaps we can go sideways a little bit and try for new highs again. Ethereum, really just a textbook normal pullback to the 8 EMA right now. So far, it found resistance at previous all-time highs. This move just got a little bit extended and this needs to go sideways. 10-week is all the way down at 3,200, so just need some back and fill action. Completely normal action here, nothing to get worried about yet. And then bonds, 2 years up 2 basis points today, 10 years up 3 basis points today. Really not a big move at all in bonds, even after the inflationary PPI print. So bonds so far aren't too worried, and that's reflecting the probabilities, although it is down 85% from 100%. So that has retreated after the hot inflationary print. And this is definitely dynamic, so it's important to just to keep an eye on it as future economic data can change this as well. So that being said, that is it for the inter-asset correlation of the part of the video. Now on to the tail of the tape. Still operating in the bull case above the 21 EMA. Fear and greed up to 64 plus 1 in the greedy territory. Today we had manufacturing news and it was strong. Came in at 11.9 versus previous 5.5, and we were expecting 0 here. Buffett bought a stake in UNH, or Berkshire did, and this popped 12%, which boosted the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And then Trump-Putin summit is happening right now, discussing a potential ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine war. Today's key is S&P in of this 6,400, 6,500 range. We close in the middle of it. Q's 575 to 583 range. We also close in the middle. And then Russell, we close above the 21 EMA, but close below 23.29. Day count up to consolidation 1 to up to consolidation 2. 8 days below the 8 EMA, 10 days below the 21 EMA. Short-term expectations are still positive. Strong sectors, bond yields, and this should be prices were down. Healthcare, real estate, communications. Solar was a big up day, and we'll definitely review that. Healthcare, China, biotech. On the downside, financials, tech, industrials, semis, regional banks, oil and gas. So what happened with solar, TAN, up 9% today. FSLR, up 11% today, breaking this cup with handle. SCDG, up 17% today, breaking this downtrend line. Citi reported that the Treasury clarified that there will be retroactive tax credit um, givebacks to the solar companies, and that likely caused this breakout today. So we have those. And then we have NXT as well, which reclaimed the 50-day moving average. So back to the tail of the tape. Grow, no changes today. 1.43 beta, 5.64% open heat. In turbo, we sold LEU. It was a 1% position. We gave it a little bit of time to see if it could reclaim the 50-day and this low right here. It did not. Broke that low, so we got out, and this is on the convertible note offering. 2.06 beta, 6.17% open heat. Bottom line is S&P and NASDAQ all-time high weekly close despite hot PPI. So that being said, we covered some of the biggest news events of the day. Just one more thing. One earnings. HSI, a Chinese LiDAR company, beat on earnings, beat on revenues, and also announced a new LiDAR design win from Toyota. And LiDAR is a type of technology that uses lasers to just help with autonomous driving, and they gapped up into new 52-week highs out of this base. It's definitely smaller, less liquid, so we didn't take it for either portfolios, but you can see triple-digit earnings last quarter, triple-digit again, and then double-digit revenue growth. And partnership with Toyota is pretty big as well. Onto the 21 over 21 list, I'll review the top five movers and then the top five losers. Hood, just great action. Reclaim that previous high, found support the 21 and reclaim the 8 today. Cloudflare, reclaim the 21 EMA and the 200. They also found support at the 10-week moving average. Carvana, getting tight at the 50-day, reclaim the 8 and 21. SoFi bounced off the 8 EMA, closed high of the day, so this is definitely showing some relative strength here. Just this sloppy action concerns me. It really needs to get back above that 25 level. Reddit, this is one of the most perfect catalyst gappers you can ever see. Just great action, trending along the 8 EMA. Previous gappers that this remind me of, Cecil, Dave are a few, so great action. And then app. Pull back to the top of the base, undercut, reclaim the left side peak. Great action here as well. And pretty much right at the 8 EMA. On the downside, Micron started to build his handle here, pulled back, found support at the 8 EMA. This looks pretty good actually right now with semis relatively strong, although we had a downside day today. 821 and 50 are super curl up here. So even though this was the number one down name today, it's just filling the gap to the moving averages. A-Lab was down a little bit today, but bounced off the EMA. Really just great action despite being our second biggest down name. So that's a good sign when our top down names in the 21 over 21 list are still above their 8 EMAs. VST, however, cracked the 8 and the 21. Looks like it's going to take a trip back to the 50. These energy power generation names have been relatively weak lately. Let's look at CAG real quick. Yeah, back to the 50-day. NRG cracking the 50-day and breaking this little ledge here. Palantir also pulling back, breaking the 8 EMA. Let's see what it does at the gap days low. And then MP down day, but still held the 8 EMA. So completely fine action from MP today. Turbo 12 bull. We broke this downtrend line. Go on the 60-minute, you can see that better. We'll see what happens there. Hinge Health, EP continuation. Broke out of that flag. Irene, I covered this as a crypto miner transitioning to AI data centers. This also broke out of the flag. AMSC found support at 50 and the 21 EMA. And Sanmina was pretty much flat today, but had an upside reversal. On the downside, METC, huge move down, pretty much a failed breakout today. Galaxy leaked off as well. When you see all those wicks, it's just not great action, not clean, choppy, and it could lead to frustration like this. So we'll see what this name does around this 25.5 area. RGTI, just sloppy action. Broke out, came back in, tried breaking out again, and come back in and close at the lows of the day. Soon, just pulling back, but still well above the 8 EMA. Totally fine. Let's see what it does at this 15 level. Still great earnings continuation action. Volume's driving up as it pulls back. So we'll see if it can find support and see if we can make another leg higher. Oklo SMR breaking the 21 EMA. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up for this video and the last one of the week. Check out the podcast. Todd's got the weekend video. And with that being said, if you're interested in Revere Asset, you can email me at ted@revereasset.com. My Twitter X is Ted H. Zhang. Our phone is 855 Real Wealth. That is 855-732-5932. Our website's revereasset.com, and we're at Revere Asset on all social medias, YouTube, X, Instagram, and TikTok. That being said, this is Ted Zhang, portfolio manager at Revere Asset Management, telling it like it is. Thanks for listening and have a great rest of your week.